Hey there! We left off here, where we were looking at the relationships between the units, the tens, hundreds, and thousands place. Now what I want to do is talk about how this relationship could continue. So what I did here, I'll zoom in a little bit. I took our place value blocks that we're used to working with, and I shrunk them down to be super tiny so that you could see the relationships as we go up in place value. So here we have our units, our tens, our hundreds, and our thousands. But there's more place values even beyond that. That's what I want to use this time to talk about. If I took 10 of these thousands blocks and made one huge rod with it, it looks a lot like a 10, doesn't it? Except in this case, it's not 10 units, it's 10 thousands. So naturally, we call this place value the 10,000s place. If I were to take 10 of these 10,000s rods and make a flat with it, it looks a lot like the 100 flat, doesn't it? Except in this case, it's not 100 units, it's 100 thousands. So again, this place value is called the 100,000s place. It takes 100,000 tiny units to make this piece right here, this place value. It's a pretty big number. Now, when we're writing numbers, there's a specific way that we can record these new place values. We break numbers up into what's called periods. The numbers that you typically work with are the ones, tens, and hundreds place. That's considered the ones period. Ones, tens, hundreds. Now, when you get into the thousands, it's called the thousands period. And you'll see a pattern here. Remember, we have ones, tens, and hundreds? Well, here we have thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So within each period, you have the unit block, 10 of them, and 100 of them, right? But here we're talking about thousands since it's the thousands period. So we have thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. So using that information, you're going to move on to a few more tasks. Here you're going to look at the base 10 model, record the number that it represents, and discuss the relationship between the value of 3 10,000s blocks and 3 thousands blocks. You'll do the same for this next picture. Then you're going to take some time to analyze some numbers that go all the way up to the 100,000s place. You're going to click and drag which phrase correctly completes the statement below. So here it says the value of the 8 in the hundreds place is blank, then the 8 in the thousands place. So what you're trying to decide is the value of the 8 in the hundreds place is 10 times smaller or 10 times larger than the 8 in the thousands place. Whichever one you choose, you'll just click and drag into the correct place. You'll repeat that process a few times to practice. Then you'll discuss relationships between specific place values. So here you're going to discuss the relationship between the 10,000s place and the 100,000s place. When you're ready to write your answer, just double click on the white box and you'll be able to type your response. Finally, you'll answer this reflection question at the end that's asking you, how would you describe the relationships between different place values? Thanks so much for watching and happy learning.